Well, there's a continuum of lying. So there's the little white lies, and then there's big time lies. And so first we need to look at, is your kid exaggerating about something, or is it that they're lying as a form of self-preservation, as a way to kind of cover themselves so they don't get in trouble? So there's a big difference between that. So for instance, you'll have a kid that talks about something that happened on the playground, and it may not be exactly what happened, but kids with ADHD tend to elaborate and they tend to build on their stories, and that can sometimes be construed as lying when in fact it's the ADHD brain kind of making things more exciting. And then there's the lying to get out of stuff. So you didn't complete your assignment, but you tell your parents, I totally did that assignment, and I turned it in when you didn't. And that's where I have a lot of parents say to me, what's going on with this? How can we stop it? So we really need to get at the root of why it's happening. So self-preservation is a normal thing that people do. We don't like getting in trouble. So one of the best things you can do is just have open and honest communication with your kids and say, hey, if you ever run into issues with school, talk to me about it, and we'll figure out how to solve the problem. I think it's really important to have honesty and communication, and state the obvious. So you say, so I'm a little concerned because you told me that you did this, but then I talked to the teacher and she said that you didn't. So I'm kind of wondering what's the difference there? What's going on? Because something's not quite right. So tell me what your side of the story is. And then you're giving kids a chance to kind of save face, so to speak, and give their side of it. And also, it's really hard as a parent, but you want to listen non-judgmentally. The inside voice in your head may be saying, my kid's lying and I'm really irritated about it, but if you take some deep breaths and kind of do a poker face and not have a reaction to it and just listen to your kid, there may be some good reasons behind why they were telling you what they told you. Again, a lot of it is you being afraid of getting in trouble. And you have kids with ADHD that have gone through years of school, being made fun of or feeling like they're one step outside of everything. So when they are asked questions, they immediately gear towards, how can I fit in with my answer? How can I sound like I don't have ADHD? And so again, just keeping that open communication is really important. And the more you do the open communication, the more your kid's going to immediately go to you with concerns. But again, self-preservation is a pretty normal part of being a kid. It's just kind of exacerbated, it's kind of increased when kids have ADHD.